Good afternoon, my name is Darwin Nolly, and today we're going to be working on a problem from Unit 4, Monetary Policies. Before we get into the policies, there's some terms and phrases we need to know. For example, the difference between contractionary and expansionary policies is contractionary policies are done during inflation. It's when the government decreases its spending but increases its taxes. Expansionary policies, on the other hand, is when the government increases its spending and decreases the taxes. The difference between fiscal and monetary policy is the people who are in control of the policy. Fiscal policy is run by the government, while monetary policy is run by the Fed. The federal fund rate is the rate at which commercial banks charge others for short-term loans. Now that we have that out the way, we can dive into a question. A. Assume a bank receives a cash deposit of $5,000 from a customer. What is the immediate impact of this transaction? None. Because it's just an deposit, it has no immediate impact on the money supply. B. Suppose reserve requirement is 10% and banks voluntarily keep an additional 10% in reserve calculated. This means that it's a total of 20% of reserve requirement rate. Now, in order to find the ER, excess reserve, which is the loans from transaction A, you have to take the original deposit, which is $5,000, and find 20% of that, which is, to do that, you have to multiply 5,000 by 2.2, and that'll give you $1,000. Now, this is the RR. In order to find the ER, you have to subtract $5,000 by $1,000, and this will give you $4,000 as your final answer for the ER. And now the maximum increase in the money supply, you take the ER, which is $4,000, and you multiply it by the money multiplier. Instead of 0.2, we're going to use 5, since 20% of, since 1 over 0.2 is 5. So 4,000 multiplied by 5 gives you $20,000 as the maximum increase in the money supply. Now C, assume the government increases spending by 5,000, which is bound by a sale of bonds in the central bank. Indicate what happens to the money supply. The money supply is going to increase. It's going to increase by 5,000 since the government is selling bonds. What happens to the money demand? This will also increase. And that's the end of my question.